Hey, it's Rich. Back again for another ride. And today, I'm going to take a listener question, or a viewer question, from my friend Kiernan, who, in his inimitable style, in an attempt to rile me up, asks the following. Rich, if you die while riding a motorcycle, and there's helmet camera footage, should we play it at your funeral? Now, I should say, by way of clarification, that Kiernan does not approve of the fact that I ride a motorcycle. He thinks that it is hazardous beyond all reason, and that I'm going to die, and that none of my protestations that I can mitigate the risk by riding responsibly, that I'm a middle-aged person who is not going to take certain types of risks that are most likely to get a person in trouble, that I ride in New York City where you are rarely able to get up above 35 miles an hour, that I ride a small and nimble motorcycle which is so lightweight that I can almost lift it by myself. None of these objections to his concern seem to reach him, and he continues to believe, or at least behave as though he believes, that I am doing something fantastically risky by getting on this bike. So that is the context for his question. I suspect that he's mostly trying to get my goat, but I will take it as a serious question and use it as a jumping off point for a broader expression of opinion about motorcycle safety. First of all, no, Kiernan, if I die in a motorcycle accident and there's helmet cam video of the accident itself, no, you should not play it at my funeral. I think that would be unkind to the mourners to subject them to images of my head hitting the pavement or whatever unfortunate occurrence led to my death. That said, I think if there's footage of me riding along in an orderly manner, enjoying a nice day, that was shot earlier the same day or even on the same ride, I think that would be okay to play at my funeral. And in fact, just as a general rule of thumb, if I've posted something on YouTube of myself on a motorcycle, it's okay with me if you play it at my funeral or at any other time, because by posting it on YouTube, I have made a declaration that I consider to be public and worthy of playing. So that's the answer to the question as asked, Kiernan. But I would also like to say that, while I have a realistic apprehension of the risk involved in motorcycle riding, and I agree with the people who say that, you're either a rider who has fallen off or a rider who's going to fall off. Those are the only two possibilities. I agree with that. But there are types and types of accidents, and while I live with the possibility that I might get into some sort of serious trouble on the bike, what is far more likely, given the way I ride, both where I ride and how I ride and what my temperament is that I will get into a small scrape at some point. Maybe I will, break my arm, break my leg, but I'm not particularly more likely to break other parts of my body than I would be in the course of doing what I would be otherwise, which is riding a bicycle in the same place. In fact, I might be incrementally safer in the city, at least, on the motorcycle than on a bicycle, because while people say motorcycles are often not seen, I'm much more likely to be seen on this motorcycle than I am on a bicycle. And what's more, there we go. I'm in a much better position to get the hell out of the way when I see something coming on a motorcycle than I'm on a bicycle. And I know that sounds like the sort of rhetoric that people say when they're trying to advocate for broader gun ownership, where you say, well, at least if I had a gun, if someone came in shooting a gun, I could shoot back. But that's not really what I mean. I just mean that with the reflexes of a motorcycle and the ability to pull myself up from 0 to 25 or 30 miles an hour very quickly, I can get out of the way of an awful lot of things more easily than on a bicycle. So, but all of that said, I do realize that there's more risk in some ways in motorcycle riding than on a bicycle, and certainly when I'm on the highway there's more risk because I'm essentially unprotected compared to the occupant of a car, and at highway speeds, if I fell over, I could do some damage to myself. I rely on the fact that a motorcycle that is properly engineered and kept in good order is inclined to stay upright. It wants to stay up from a physics perspective, which is why when you're learning to ride, it's the slow speed maneuvering that's the most difficult. Maneuvering the bike when it's moving along at 35 or 40 miles an hour is easy compared to trying to maneuver it when you're moving around a parking lot at 10 or 15 miles an hour. And at least 2 of my friends have said that the one time they fell over, it was at a low speed. In fact, the one time I fell over, it was at a low speed. It was when I'd slowed down to negotiate a steel plate on a rainy day, and I slowed down just a little too much and wasn't able to keep traction. So, where was I going with that? What I was saying was that, that's a nice scooter, that I know that there's somewhat increased risk associated with riding a motorcycle, and that's why I wear protective clothing. It's also why I don't ride like a maniac, but I've got gloves on, which you can see here. I have a thick armored jacket on with hard CE qualified armor in 3 places. I have proper boots that go well up past the ankle and are made of sturdy material, and I have better boots on order to replace these. I have a full face helmet. This is an HJC mid-range helmet with a flip-down visor, meeting both DOT and Snell requirements for protectiveness. I never ever ride without the helmet. I'm wearing double-fronted Carhartt dungarees, which are thick enough that the one time that I fell at low speed, I got a little bruise, but the pants absorbed all of the abrasion. None of it reached my skin, which is, what you want in protective gear. You want the protective gear to do the work for you, so that your body doesn't have to. And at times, not always, but often, I wear knee pads under these pants. I've gotten out of the habit of wearing them. I should probably get back in it, but I always wear them on long distance rides. I'm going to Los Angeles tomorrow. I'll have a motorcycle, and I will definitely have the pads on, because I'll be doing more highway riding than usual. I'll be on an unfamiliar bike. I don't even know which one yet. And so, I want that extra protection. So, short summary, Kiernan, please don't play footage of my bloody demise at my funeral, but do play footage of me out in the world, riding around, enjoying myself, and having a life. So, I guess that's all I have to say on the topic. And Kiernan, I welcome your reply.